This is Donner Pass area. We have a vista of the whole thing. These are my hiking buddies here. That's Mark, Brigitte. This is probably Roller Pass right here. The wagons would have come up that valley and ended down there at the bottom, and they would have had to have been hauled up this hill by rope and oxen. And we figure this is the most logical spot. It was more of a vertical cliff, and then there's erosion that has made it slightly less than vertical. Well, this is a panorama of us just a little bit past Roller Pass, and the vistas are just incredible. And that would be Roller Pass there, and the immigrants would have come up from down there, from the lake. So here I am on the Sierra Crest. This trail is right on the crest of the Sierra Crest, and I'm looking west over this gorgeous panorama, standing here right on the crest of the Sierra. Okay, we are on the Sierra Spine. Royal Gorge is there. We're turning all the way around 360 degrees, and this is the Truckee Valley. Here's another view. We're on the Sierra Crest, and that's Lake Tahoe, and we can swing it all the way around to Truckee. Just spectacular. Day 2 of our trip on the west side of Tahoe. We went over that pass on the right side of that rock, Tinker Rock, yesterday, came down into this valley, camping down in there, and now that we're up, we can look at this very gorgeous panorama of the High Sierra. And there's still snow, and we went miles yesterday without water, maybe about 10, and the streams had just recently dried up. So we stayed down there in that valley, and then on the other side of the crest is Lake Tahoe and Squaw Valley. Just made it to the top of a very arduous 1,500-foot climb, and that's Lake Tahoe in the distance. This is the trail right on the crest. This is a most welcome sight. I'm on top of the Sierra Crest. You can see it right over there. This is a very welcome sight because it's 6:30, I don't have much sunlight left, and I have to get the trees from my hammock, so I'm encouraged. This camp was put up at almost 8 o'clock last night and almost no light. Very pleased we had a good night's sleep. That was our campsite, right on the ridge. I was down about 30 feet into the woods, and that's overlooking the east side of the ridge. We were extraordinarily lucky to find that when we did. There was no other spot like it. And this is the west side of the divide, what we couldn't see last night because of the sun. 360-degree view, that's the lake. And I'm just going to turn around. That's the trail we took all the way in the background. There's a ski area and a cell phone tower. We had to traverse that whole mountain at the top very quickly to make it to our campsite. And just going around 360 degrees. It's almost too hard to believe. Another wide expanse as we just crossed a small pass headed for over there, which is Baxter Pass, Tahoe Rim Pacific Crest Trail. But we're headed towards that valley, which is Desolation Valley. And you can see that it's been denuded of most of its trees by glaciers, leaving not much but granite. Well, we're taking a four-wheel road, which is actually quite difficult to make the connection between Pacific Crest Trail and Desolation Wilderness. And there's Desolation Wilderness, and that will be our trek back. You can see not a lot of trees. That's why they call it Desolation. Can you imagine four-wheel drives going up this? I can't, but I saw it. You can even see the tracks going right up this. And it took us 2.5 hours to come up from the bottom of that valley, bushwhacking, and I mean bushwhacking, the hardest hiking I've ever done in my life. You had to go through, much of the way you were stepping on fallen branches and not granite. It was tough, but I'm on the top now, and we're ready to go over the other side into Desolation. Just imagine bushwhacking through this all the way up a mountain. Horrible. After an extraordinarily difficult hike, we made it to our destination, which is Rockbound Lake, and we are in Desolation Wilderness now. Well, this is Rockbound Lake. We found an ideal spot to stop, skinny dip, and refresh after one of the hardest hikes I've ever done in my life. A typical Sierra Creek coming over polished granite rock in Desolation Wilderness. Remarkable. Some idea of what we've accomplished today. We started over that hump about 6 miles back, came down over the hump, down into the bottom of this valley, and now we've had to hike up this. So just getting over that hump was probably about 700 feet, and now we're going up probably another 500 or 600 feet to get to a place called Velma Lake. An enormous amount of miles we have to do today to get out. This is day 5, and we have to do 14 to 16 miles. We've had to ford some streams with boots off, cross one with a log, minimum bushwhacking except where the map or our instincts based on the map led us astray, but it wasn't nearly as bad as what happened yesterday.